Hey everyone, it's Lisa from Sacred Star, and if you watch my videos, you'll know that I work with the plant kingdom through by way of plant oils, and I feel their plant spirit, their messages, and so the videos are really just to share the messages from the plant kingdom and maybe help you if you are navigating the plant world and wanting to know a bit more than just their physical benefits and their mental and emotional benefits as well, because they all have a spirit and they all have beautiful messages that they like to share. And so I am very grateful and very honored that I am able to do that. But this is my second video because I tried to do it earlier and my phone is not working properly. Okay, so here I am. So anyway, I'm certified in sports massage and I'm getting hot now. And I am certified in Swiss massage. I am trained in reflexology, aromatherapy, and I know the oils like the back of my hand. I'm very confident in using them. Quite often bring 6 oils into a blend. And the beauty about the work I do is it's feeling the spiritual message that they have for all of us and how they can help come in, whether it's removing blockages, releasing old trauma, wounds, and whatever else you've accumulated during your lifetime here and sometimes other lifetimes. That's what I do, is that I am very happy. I feel like I am an ambassador for the plant kingdom, and I'm very honored to do so. So I'm bringing in German chamomile, or chamomile German, and I shared this oil in one of my videos around purifying the sacral area in regards to any trauma, abuse, experiences you've had that have tainted the area, an area that should be very sacred. So for me, chamomile German is very purifying. So the essence is what I feel with chamomile German is purity. And what they showed me earlier when I was at the beach trying to do this video, they showed me like the early stages of when a baby is in the infancy stage. And when a baby is in its purest form and then coming in to the world before tainted with life experiences and whatever else has happened along our paths, they were showing me absolute purity. So for me, that is bringing in chamomile would help, because chamomile does help with the reproductive system and the nervous system. However, in this instance, it feels like chamomile would be perfect for coming in and purifying the sacral area and coming in and sending purifying energy to the sacral. So they were showing me, I could see someone in like a robe, and it's like this absolute pure form of in the robe. And it just, for me, when I see things like that, it's like this absolute pure essence. So they were showing me I could feel the sun, could see someone in a robe, and then they were showing me a baby in its purest form. So that's the energy that chamomile brings in, is to help with purifying the sacral area, as well as the physical benefits, which is the helping with the reproductive system, muscle aches and pains, the nervous system, and the skin, and inflammation. So that's chamomile German, purity, purifying. And then we have we have, oh, where is he? We have his brother, what feels like his brother, which is Chamomile Roman. And when we even look at the name Roman, okay, it's interesting that sometimes even the names of plants give us little indications of who they are. So for me, Chamomile Roman is still purifying. However, he has a little bit more assertiveness to him and a little bit more edge. So I could see someone with a sword and he was swinging it around, and he wasn't swinging it around as in defensive mode. The energy I felt was he's very assertive. So he would be beautiful to bring in when you are needing purifying, but also you need that assertive push and a bit of edge to give you what you need, purifying and assertive. Yeah, so that was really interesting. I thought that was interesting. His essence, he's a little bit stronger than the chamomile German. However, he's just as gentle. They're both very gentle. However, he is more assertive, a bit more edge to him with the sword. And the sword to me was really just him showing that he isn't going to be, he's not a pushover. He just has his sword there and he's just kind of swinging it around, which was pretty cool. And so that was, yeah, the two chamomiles, chamomile German and chamomile Roman. And I wanted to say, how we go? I wanted to say that if you are wanting to tune into the plant kingdom, into the messages, into the spirit, you can, if you're finding it difficult, you can look at the structure of the plant and how they grow. If you are finding it difficult to receive the spirit message, first go by the structure. What does the structure feel like to you? What does the formation and how the plant grows, the leaf, the formation of the leaves, the environment the plant grows in, the formation of the bud and petals, how the flower is when she opens. Does she open right up? Is she a little bit guarded? Does she only open to a certain amount? And so when you start to look at the physical of the plant, from that you can start to get a feeling of what that plant feels like. When you start to get into that feeling, then hopefully it may be easier for you to tune in and to feel the spirit. So for me, like, remember, it takes practice, and so normally it would be the first thing you feel, the first thing that comes to mind, and you're not thinking it because you're feeling it. And the brain can't make up, like, the things we see and feel in regards to whether it's people, messages, there are things that just come to us automatically and we're not thinking about it. So some of the things I have seen in visions and feelings, I know that it's not my brain because the brain couldn't even make that up. Okay. And I wanted to share with you Camellia. So a lot of us know what a camellia plant looks like, shrub, right? Shrubby. Sometimes they grow into tiny miniature trees. They are very prolific at this time of the year in their flowering. So in the winter time, you'll see camellias are just absolutely stunning because they're all flowering. and it's winter. It's normally pretty bleak. But the message I was getting from Camellia last night, because over the last few days I've been seeing camellias while I've been out and about, and I miss having camellias because I had moved, and so I rehomed a lot of things when I moved. And I love at this time of the year, in the winter, you can see her flowers. She is just a show of flowers. And I was looking at her in my travels, and I was feeling how loyal she is. The feeling I get was loyal, very loyal. And then last night when I went to bed, I went to Camellia, and I could feel her, and she was starting to give me more. And I'm getting goosebumps when I talk about it. It's actually very beautiful. She was showing me, oh, it's giving me chills. It's actually a little bit emotional, which is interesting. She'll be happy that I'm sharing her message, because for some people, camellias make a big mess, right? They drop all their flowers and they make a mess. And some people are like, oh, these blooming camellias. But no, she is beautiful. And she does make a mess. I had a cat once that used to bring me camellia flowers from the neighbour's house and put them on the doorstep. And I've spoken to a few people who have said that their cats have done the same thing, have brought them flowers. Camellia showed me last night something very beautiful. She was like showing me like ranks, like structure. And I was like, oh, Camellia, you have a royal-like feeling. You're very dignified. And I was like, with the ranks, what is with the ranks? And then I got to it because I was getting the message, and it was, she feels like the matriarch. And I was like, well, that's interesting, because we know that Rose is maternal. Rose has a very motherly feel, a very motherly essence, very good for helping with feeling the love of you, unconditional love. Also the love from the rose, from her, to help you feel that. But Camellia I was seeing like ranks and structure, and it was like, oh, hang on a minute. She is showing me that she's like the matriarch. And the feeling I got from her was, she is very dignified. She has a very royal feel to her. And I was like, wow, that's very cool. Very, very cool. And when you see her, like quite often she is planted in places where she's used in a structural, formal form, whether it's hedging or something. But when you look at a camellia, and this is what I mean about looking first, if you cannot feel the message, if you look at her, you will see her structure and how she does stand out, and she has such a dignified royal feel to her. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. She's not just a pain in someone's garden dropping all her flowers. And I thought, of course, you'll just drop them all because people will have to pick it up. You're not going to be doing it. Yeah, so Camellia, she's very matriarchal. She has a rank feel, like ranks and matriarch. And as I'm saying that, I'm feeling like I can feel the goosebumps. So that's Camellia's message. So when you see her, be thankful for her, be thankful for all the plants, and realize they aren't just a plant, that they have a spirit that has a very beautiful message and are here to help us all. Okay, thanks everyone. Take care. Heaps of love.